Alright guys, so I'm about to do a deck profile. True Draco Demise. I took to my locals and I got first place. 4 rounds was 42 card deck. So without further ado, let's begin. So I run 3 Majesty Maiden, staple. I think you gotta run 3. Usually you always want to go into this, either search it out, summon it, because it searches for the rest of your monsters. So this is essentially always giving you your monsters so you don't run out of monsters. So that's why it's at 3 right now. You run 1, obviously. Dynamite, he's only at 1. 2 Draco Slayer. I see people that run 3. I tried out 3. I didn't like it. It's too murky. I think 2 is just fine. You gotta be careful to search it out before you desires, and you'll be good to at least have 1. That's all for my monsters. 6 monsters. My spells. 3 diagrams. It's staple. 3 of the staple continuous spell cards. Disciples. Heritage. Obviously, 3 Demises. 3 dualities. 3 terraformings, and I'm only running 2 twin twisters, 2 pot desires. I think 2 is just fun. If you run 3, you run into a chance of like pot of desires into another pot of desires, and that's just horrible. I mean, you could always just pop it with diagram, but I don't really like it at 3. I tried out 3. I think 2 is fun. Plus the space is kind of tight in the deck. For for the one of spells, Stormforth. Obviously, this card's too good. This card to come back 3. Oh my god, this deck will be insane. But 1's fine right now. That's all for my spells. I run 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. I run 21 spells. For my traps, I run 3 Monarchs Erupt. This card's so good. It's like a skill drain just for your opponent. I did a mirror match. in the tournament, and this card was freaking awful. But other than that, it was really good. It's an easy side out too. So, yeah, way better than skill drain because it just stops your opponent. You can still get your effects or whatever. And the cool thing about this is that if you control a monster, the condition is you can only activate this card when you have a true summon monster. So you activate this. That's the requirements to activate it. If they get rid of your monster, their effects, this card still stays on the field. That's a skill drain for them. And it says if you don't control a monster during your next end phase, then destroy this card. But if you manage to bring one back out, this card stays alive. So I've seen people that think that just because they destroy your tribute summon monster, their monster's effect will be able to apply, but they don't. You gotta destroy this, or wait until prevent me from having a tribute summon monster during my next end phase. So that's why this card's really good. I run 3 Apocalypse. Obviously, interacting during your opponent's turn is freaking awesome, and also cutting attacks in half permanently is really good too. So, and I seen this in a True Jack of the Demise deck. They got second place in ARG. I forgot what it was. Richmond, I think. I don't know. But he ran 3 anti spells. I tried out 3, and then I managed opening up multiple, which I didn't like, especially against decks that didn't really heavily rely on spells. So I think 2 is just fun. I haven't had a problem with this. I kept it in during the mirror match, and I just stopped my board, set 1, and then when it was his turn, I activated this, and he just couldn't do anything. I just end phase Master Peak spot, and I win. But yeah, it's really good. I like it a lot. I'll probably stay in the main deck, especially considering that if pendulums are predicted to be the next meta deck. I think maybe bump it up 3. I'm not too sure yet, but we'll see. Another card that I seen in the deck profile for the one in ARG, they're running 2 waterfalls. At first I was iffy about this card. I was like, it doesn't really. I feel like there could be better slots, but after playing the deck so much, sometimes you just open up hands where you don't have monsters or diagrams to search for monsters or anything to search for anything. And this card is a guaranteed monster. You search it, you search for a worm type monster, and I feel this card is really good because you combo it off also with diagram. So activate diagram after you waited a turn. Activate diagram, chain this, search for your monster. A diagram will pop this, and then so you get the continuous card and you get any monster because of this card. So you don't have to waste diagram to search for a monster when you have this. So you would get like a heritage or something, depending if they have a back row or if they have a monster, whatever you're trying to get rid of. And then activate this. It's really good. And then also it has a good other effect. The second effect is you can send one of your worm type monsters, well, any number of worm type monsters from your hand or field to the graveyard, then draw that much as you send plus one. So if you send two, you draw one, you draw three. I mean, you send three, you draw four. And then this card is really good with the disciple, so you can just recycle after that. Also, if your monster is gonna be destroyed, you just activate this, and yeah, it's pretty good, pretty good, pretty good, pretty good. One return, set one. Some cards I decided to try out was Solemn Warning and Solemn Judgment. Judgment came in so clutch. So I was in a losing streak, and this guy got greedy. He was in during the mirror match, and he summoned, was it Masterpiece? Yeah, Masterpiece, and it was immune to traps and monsters. I literally had nothing. He had a Maiden and a face down. He contributed both of them, and yeah, I saw him Judgment. Sorry, I'm like that. Saw him Judgment, and then he couldn't recover after that. I was like, shh. So these are just mainly there to, stop Denkos, evenly matched stuff I can't cover. The reason why strikes aren't here is because I'm not worried about monster effects when I have 4 children's. So some strike will probably just most of the time just be dead. Whereas these stop any type of summon. Some strike only stops special summons. And if you special summon a monster, well, I have the effect negator on the field. I don't really care. Yeah, so that's why these are there. And for the last devs, run 1 in pre-order, 1 skill drain. This card has bit me in the ass a couple times, shutting down my diagram at times, and I just cry. But yeah, I got on one of the games. I think I got down against a light swim player. I got down to like 200, and I couldn't pay obviously, so I destroyed it. And after this card was destroyed, I finally was able to go off. It's crazy. I did a comeback from 200 life points. At my point, I had 8,000. So skill drain and skill drain. You gotta be careful with it because you want to summon Masterpiece immune to trap and monster before you activate this, and that's really good. Because if you activate it, obviously after summon diagram, Masterpiece after, and then a Masterpiece will be negated, and that's it for. That's it for the main deck. No, for the side deck, run 2 Ghost Ogre. I need a third. This needs to be a third. This is just the counter like Electromite, really. So it should be 3 though. I think this is probably the best hand trap coming next one. 2 spell shattering arrows. I think this card is really good still against Pendulum Magicians. It's a repop against Light Stage as well. It's good going first or second because it's a quick play. So yeah, that's. And the board wipes, Dark Keki. Obviously, these cards are staples. 2 Twin Twisters. I was testing out Cosmic Cyclone, but I think I like 2 Twisters just to get rid of more floodgates. And yeah, I like 2 Twin Twisters. I don't know if I would change it though. That's it for the spells. For the traps to run. 3 Mind Crush. This card is mostly to counter evenly matched, and it's just good overall to counter search cards, whatever. Take out their key cards in the hand, and they lose. I had it at 2 at first, and I decided to bump it up to 3. So we'll see how 3 is. 2 Iron Walls to counter Reincarnation, Evenly Matched, Eater of Millions. This card is really cool because it's good before and after they summon Eater of Millions. So if you activate before, they can't summon Eater of Millions because you gotta banish for it. If you activate this after, if they battle one of your monsters, you activate this, they just die because they can't banish a monster. Also, you chain this to the Reincarnation, and they just waste a Reincarnation, or chain this to Evenly Match, and they just lose an Evenly Match. It also stops the Dragon Buster from coming in, and Invoke decks as well. Really good. And plus, it synergizes with the deck because it's a continuous trap, so you can shut it down whenever you want. Another cool tech that I decided to take in is there can only be one. So basically, you can only control one type of monster. So usually monsters, usually archetype, freaking magicians, pendulum magicians, they control spellcasters. So it can only control one spellcaster. Tricksters can control one fairy. So it's like kind of the opposite of rivalry, where you can only control one type. This you can only control one of that type. So, and they gotta send the rest to the graveyard. So it's good to go first and second to gain control. If you go first, activate this. You can only control one. I like to wait and activate till they have 2 of the same one. Activate this, and then so they send one to the grave. Or they have a board full of the same type. Activate this, and they send so they only control one. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And that's it for my side deck. No extra deck because I play Monarchs Erupt. And if you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe for more. Peace.